So there is some issues with her camera she's already told me about. We're going to try and call her. I think they can hear you and you are upside down. That's so funny. Hi Coco, how's it going?
Good.
See, for YouTube, nothing will have happened. This is where we start on YouTube, it'll be fine.
I've been vouching your Mac reports. I've been loving them. I missed them a lot of the time live, but I do manage to catch them on YouTube, which is awesome that you put them all on there. You basically can't miss anything.
It's awesome. They're so much fun. Coco voice on low. Are you able to turn off Coco's? I definitely can. Give me 2 seconds. Quick fire questions, nice and easy. When did you first start playing?
I actually can't put a specific date on it because I downloaded it because someone kept nagging me to download it. And I just downloaded it to shut them up. And I didn't understand it, so I did the tutorial. And then I deleted the game, so I can't actually tell you when I actually initially downloaded it. But probably maybe like a year afterwards, I actually downloaded it again for whatever reason. And it stuck with me. So, yeah. I was playing it all through, like, university. Not really knowing what I was doing. But yeah, basically Stream taught me how to play, so...
So you've only been streaming for, like, I think maybe about a year? Just over a year, is that right?
Yeah, about a year and a half now.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
I say I've only been streaming for about a year, and then it's about a year and a half for me as well. So
time flies, honestly, it's crazy.
Right, okay, what's your favourite Town Hall level?
So far, probably I've enjoyed like Town Hall 10. I had like a nice type of go hobo hit that I loved doing, and we kind of switched it up because we got the log launchers which we could add, and then I had super wizards in the log launcher, so I kind of switched it up from no bowlers anymore involved, but that's kind of what I enjoyed most, so I'd probably say Town Hall 10 so far. When
Town Hall 10 was the top Town Hall level, or just when you were playing through it?
Oh no, when I was Town Hall 10.
Ah, got you. Yeah. People were saying you just spammed witches. So
that was at 9 and 11.
That was at 9, fair enough. And okay,
and
what was your favourite strategy? You kind of covered that with the go hobo.
Yeah, I mean, I like super witches as well. That's what I learned at Town Hall 12, because you can get maxed level super witches at like Town Hall 12, which makes it so strong. The only issue was like my warden wasn't maxed at the time. So
Town Hall, sorry, super witches were my favourite at Town Hall 13 as well. That was my go-to strategy.
Yeah, they're really good. You can use them all the way through.
Yeah, and they're so slow that you sometimes time fail, but you got plenty of time for a data like me to actually use them. You got plenty of time for like nothing's happening too quickly. You got a warden walk, put some zaps down, and then your witches just slowly roll through the base. It's great.
Yeah, that's probably why I liked it. The weirdest part probably was I got so used to witches at 9. And then I still did some zaps at 10 that when I did have spells, I kind of forgot that I didn't use them all by zapping like the Infernos. So I had to like learn how to use all these spells. I'm like, I got too many, what do I do with them?
Swagging all your spells just because you've forgotten about it.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, and then the final quickfire one, where did your name come from? How did you come up with
That's
Coco?
just my nickname. It's nothing too special, really. So yeah. And
so you just transferred that straight over to, or was it kind of like your Twitch username before you started?
I don't even remember. I changed it was just a random username that I put on Twitch. I wasn't really around on Twitch too much before I started streaming. Only a little bit. It was kind of like my brother introduced me to all this, really. So it was just a random name at first, and then we changed it to Coco, and that's where the double underscore comes in, because I couldn't put 2, couldn't put 1, I had to put 2 underscores. Make it harder for people to find me on purpose.
Yeah, I find that whenever I'm raiding Mara, because she's got the amount of times I've raided the wrong Mara Jade, and it's just an offline stream. I'm like, oh, it's brilliant. So it's been absolutely useless. So, yeah.
Popular offline accounts.
Yeah, exactly. So you talked a little bit there about when you started streaming. So about 18 months, and how did it come about? How did you decide to start streaming, and why did you choose Clash of Clans?
So it was all my brother. He'd been telling me for so long that I should stream, and I was just like, no, because I wasn't really into too many games. Like I played like a few mobile games, or like a few stuff like here and there, like on the PlayStation that we had, but I wasn't really too much into like the whole gaming scene. But one day, I think it was just because I was so fed up with like university work, I was just like, yeah, whatever, let's do it. And I did it, and I think we were live for like an hour, and I played like 4 different games because I wasn't good at any of them. So we were just hopping one by one through them until we just realized like, oh, like you can stream Clash. So we switched to Clash at the end, and I enjoyed that one probably the most. So when he asked like, do it again, like a week or so later, we did it again. And then I just never stopped.
That's brilliant. Clash, like, so, yeah, like, the Twitch Clash community is quite small but perfectly formed, eh? Like, it's just like, look at the amount of people down here. It's just, they're so supportive, and it is like a really sort of active community, although it's a little bit smaller than maybe like your Fortnite or your Warzone community with the 50 million people watching it, whatever. But it's brilliant, and it's just...
Yeah, honestly, they were amazing from the beginning. Like, a lot of them have been around for as long as I can even remember, and it's just amazing. Like, just having them grow with the channel, like, they've helped me out more than they will ever think. Like, it's crazy.
Cool. So we need to stop and have a read the chat. I'm smiling away reading the chat. Base Boss, Mara Jade with a BB at the end, alright? The BB is hard. You forget about that. That's what I mean. Nor hello. Halo hello. COCO is the best base builder LMG ever had. Right, I've got that for down at the end, but let's ask that now. COCO, tell us about your base building career, and how did that go? I'm looking at you laughing now and thinking maybe you weren't the best, but go for it. Tell us.
Oh, I carried LMG through Mobile Open. They have me to thank the way they got so far.
You almost got through that with a straight face. That's brilliant. That's good.
No, I just helped them out here and there with a few bases, but they were probably the only ones that would put up with how easy they are to crush. So
nice. Rainbow is saying, ask her about the origins of Calo. I hope I've said
Kalo.
That. Or Kalo. Sorry,
Kalo. Oh, that's because it's half of my name, half of Halo's name.
Well, I mean,
together it was.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see. Yeah,
Halo.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say it's more 3/4 Halo, but
yeah, it's not fair, is it?
Yeah, you've got a raw deal in that.
I know, right? We had Hoko, but Hoko didn't sound as cool.
Cool. Right. Okay. We'll move back on. Rodro, hello. You're more important, says he. Halo says he's more important. That's why. Okay, fair enough.
I'll let him think that.
So the next question I've got is like, why do you stream, and what do you enjoy about it most? But like, we kind of talked about that already. But what is it that makes you keep wanting to turn it on?
Honestly, it's, as I said, like, the community has helped me out so much. It's kind of like when they say like, oh, thanks for streaming, like, you made my day. It works both ways. Yeah. Like, if you're sometimes before stream, you're like, oh, do I want to do this? Sometimes you're not having the best day. But then as soon as I go live, for me, like, you kind of just forget about it. They're just all so happy and it makes you happy. So that's just that's it, really. And like, the fact that we've been able to achieve so many goals together as well, it's just like, it just makes you want to push even further.
Yeah, so. You're absolutely smashing it. It's absolutely awesome. In the Supercell content creator program and all that sort of stuff already, that's brilliant. It's so cool. Okay then, what about aims for 2022? What are your aims?
I didn't really set too many goals for 2022. I don't know, I feel like a lot of the time, this is just me personally, I don't like writing down specific goals. Like, of course I have some ideas what I'd like to achieve, but I feel like if I wouldn't achieve them, like, I don't want to say that I didn't meet them.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I've got things that I want to start working on. For example, my YouTube, I've been trying to do that for so long. Oh my God. I haven't done anything. You're like way ahead of me on that one, Mac.
But that YouTube channel's been going for like about 16 years or something. It's ridiculous how long that channel's been going.
Yeah. It's just small things like that. It's just like, because I like worked myself up so much about it, I wanted it to be good. I don't want to do like a half-hearted job.
Yeah.
I had some small projects that were ongoing a few months ago, but because of roster changes and everything that was going to happen, I had to stop that. So we kind of like, well, it was a really cool idea. I was trying to figure out what would be just as cool. So that's kind of why I've been trying to like figure out what could be the next big thing from like my channel. Because like I feel like I wanted to start it with a bang, if that makes sense. So
but also, so yeah, I totally get that. I totally get that pressure of wanting to like wanting to make it brilliant and all that sort of stuff. But actually, part of it is just getting on with it as well.
I know, yeah.
You psych yourself out. I was saying this to Cam. I was on the stream, just sort of was in the chat yesterday. I was saying, so yesterday I streamed one of the CWL wars. There was about, I think, approximately 55 people streaming that war. It was ridiculous how many people were streaming it, but not that many. But I was like, no one's going to turn up. Why did I even bother going live? And people turned up, and it was lovely. And it's just like, it's like you psych yourself out. You're just like, oh, I'll not bother going live. I'll not bother. And so it's just one of these things. And it's the same, like, you psych yourself out of doing like a YouTube channel or something like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it works the same thing for me.
I'm going to share my goals for 2022. One of my goals is to get CARBONFIN on the channel. And I'm not just saying that because his name's popped up in chat, but it is quite cool that he's here. So, hi, CARBONFIN. But that would be awesome to have him on this show. He might have ignored me when I DM'd him, and also to get a follow off him on Twitter because he also didn't follow me, man. It's pretty rude.
Calling him out like that.
Yeah.
Jeez, I remember you doing that to me too.
Coco, this is my tactic. This is me. This is my tactic. I just basically call people out. It's how I got convinced Danny to come on. I just tweeted him randomly, and he went, "Yeah, all right," and I was like, "What? Are you sure?" Carbon Poo. Ricky's right there, man. Don't be rude to him.
Yeah.
So, COCO Wars. You talked about like having a good idea and all that. They are awesome. They are the best idea. They've worked really well. So you're talking about wanting to do something different and all that. Like that's what you came in with Twitch. You came up with this concept. How did you come up with the concept of COCO Wars? And tell us about it. How did it start?
That starts way back. All these COCO Wars, we've been doing these almost ever since I started streaming, because I used to just go live. I didn't cast wars. I was just there playing Clash or my small town halls, and everyone would just still turn up. And then they wanted to get involved, and I didn't even know at the time that you could spin like friendly wars. So they managed to get me to spin friendly wars with them, just like on stream, and they would help me put the two teams together. And that's just kind of how it started. We were just like, well, why don't we do this up against someone else? Like, why don't we go find an opponent? So we kind of found like a few other smaller streamers that we were going up against, and it kind of just took off very, very quickly because everyone wanted to be involved. And the main reason that I wanted to keep it mixed breakdown was because like everyone wants to play, and that's why I wanted my channel to be based around. Like, if you want to play, not everyone has a max town hall. I don't, you know. So I can't play with them if I keep it a max town hall. So that's what it was all about. Like, even the people that didn't have a max town hall 12, they were mid or even at the beginning. We would try and share the people out so that it was more or less even, so that everybody could play. And we've played up against Eric. Eric lost 3 times to us. Just wanna throw that out there.
Eric loses a lot, doesn't he? I'm sure he's lost against CARBONFIN a few times. Yeah, anyway. Sorry. I
know. Oh God, Eric needs to step it up over there. Yeah, we've gone up against Marinol. We've done it against Mara, Cam. We've done a few other small streams. I don't know if you know Bluebird. He was one of the first ones that we went up against. Al. There's so many. We went up against Teco. There's so many people in there. Like, there's so many more. It's just been it's been awesome. like having everybody be able to play, not just people that are used to the comp scene. That's what made it so inclusive. So
who's your favourite one? So I'm just reading CARBONFIN's written. What's the difference? So that's definitely needs to be like clipped or something, guys, and sent to Eric. What's the difference between the word Eric and lost? I can't tell. So it's CARBONFIN. Oh, pure smack talk.
Oh, poor Eric.
Who's been your favourite? What's been the favourite war? What one that's been the most fun? I know it's sometimes hard to pick one. Like people ask me what the favourite Mac report is. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I don't think I can pick. So we've had a few different things pop up. Like me and Calais, we've gone up against each other so many times. We've kind of lost count what we were on. We kind of did one against him like every month or so. So I kind of forgotten what we were at. We were kind of like even at like 3-3, and now we kind of lost it. We're just still doing it at this point. Which that one side of it is awesome. We did do a co-cast with Eric once, which was nice to do, but the one thing I didn't like about that was I couldn't interact with my chat.
Yeah.
So like I love doing the co-cast. That was kind of the first co-cast that I ever did. He just threw it out there and it threw me in the deep end. I was so nervous. But you know, it worked. It was good at the end, but the fact that you can't interact with chat was kind of a bit sad, but it was great.
That is something I was going to talk about as well. We'll come on to that in a little bit. First things first, who do you want to take on? So someone mentioned about a Mac and COCO war. That's happening. We're going to do that next month, but we kind of announced that already. Who have you got your sights on? Who do you want to hunt down? Who do you want a COCO war against? Is that a verb? I've used it as a verb. I don't know if that works. But
well, there's a few different people that, of course, you'd want to do it against. I think we wanted to see if we can reach out to the German community a little bit more, hoping maybe we could get Itsu to do a few mixed breakdown on there as well. Carbon, I think I did ask him once, but I think that was when he was moving. So he had an excuse. He found a way out of that. He didn't want to take in.
He was scared.
He didn't want to join the Eric side of things. He was probably too scared. But yeah. I mean, there's a few. I mean, it would be awesome if we could do one against Bash. He does quite a few community-related wars as well, which I thought would be awesome to do in there. Maybe we'll go up against Eric again, so we can make it 4-0.
You just want to keep playing Eric and Callie just so you can beat them. But yeah, I like that. It's good. It's such a good concept just because it, like you're saying, it brings the whole community together and all that, and also sort of like just pulls in new potential audiences as well. From a stream point of view, although we don't say it's all about the numbers, actually it's nice that the numbers go up. Do you know what I mean? When you get a follower, it's like, it means like so much. It's like, whoa,
yeah, for sure.
Just, like, it's great. So yeah, it's brilliant. I think it's a great concept. Right, tell us about casting then, because you brought it up. I don't have this in the questions, I'm sorry, but just when you brought it up, I was like, so you've casted for Steffi Machabi, is that right? And have you done any other stuff like that? What did you think about that experience? Was it good fun or?
It was great. It was very, very, very different. First of all, it wasn't my community as well. Yeah. Which it's different. You joining a already established community, hoping that they will like you.
Yeah, so it adds an extra level of pressure.
Yeah. Yes, but it was really, really good. I started off with co-casting with Shion. I still don't know how I'm supposed to pronounce his name. I always said Shion, but then he said Shion once, so I don't know. So, but yeah, I started co-casting with him on there, and then we did the whole Stephanie Championship on there, which was awesome. It was great. It was a great opportunity. I think it's kind of opening the doors to see where it could potentially lead. It's giving you like a taste. Some of the solo, I mean, it's very different when you co-cast or when we were solo casting on the channel. Because when you're solo casting on the channel, there was still the interaction with the chat. Yeah. Whereas when we were co-casting, you kind of talking to the other caster, not as much to the chat. But it was great. To be honest, there was one there was one war which just absolutely blew it out of the water. We had 1,400 views peak, which was crazy. I couldn't read chat, which that was weird because it was a solo cast, and I couldn't read the chat, so there was no interaction. It was just them listening to me speak.
Yeah, I think there's now. I got text to speech on as well. Halo, thank you, man. Canad's getting a gifted sub there. Halo, thank you so much. That's awesome. Yeah, that's so people that have been so like when Lady B was on, she was talking about that and saying that it's strange when you're doing like a show or a cast as opposed to streaming. Like you interact with your chat, but then you don't anymore. You have to focus on the war and yeah, I mean, like I'm so easily distracted by the chat. Like this is really difficult for me because I'm seeing stuff pop up on the chat all the time, and I'm smiling and wanting to interact with it, but I don't want to interrupt the guests as well. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's so difficult.
No, it is very different for sure. You had to kind of get used to it. You also have to kind of. You feel like like in between the attacks. I mean, there's not much time when they start like at 37 and it's a 45 war. There's not much time in between that needs to be filled. Probably the most challenging part of it was trying to fill in between the two wars when you were streaming two wars in one go.
Right. Yeah.
And you were casting. That's probably the biggest part that you would have to fill. That was probably the most challenging of it all.
Especially, I suppose, if you don't really know the person that well as well. So you're still trying to get the dynamics and learn a slightly different way of doing it as well. That's cool. Yeah,
well, they do a lot of Hindi-speaking casting on there as well. So I can't even come like test the water to see what their streams are like because it's a completely different language. Yeah. So that was a bit different as well.
It's cool though. It was like just an awesome opportunity. Like just totally different.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was amazing.
Right, okay. Let's go into we're talking about just some of the general Clash world at the moment. I've got a bit a long one here, but there's lots of pro teams changing at the moment. What team are you most excited to watch this year? Who are you going to be trying to follow the most?
Well, I know some of the teams haven't been announced yet.
Yeah.
So
are you not sure? Do you know stuff that you're not sure if you're allowed to say? That's very like that.
Well, you hear rumors. Whether they're true or not, I don't know. But even if I feel like this, if anyone would say that you're ruining the excitement for them, so I mean, I saw how excited Drew was before Chasmic Gaming came about, which was awesome for them.
Yeah.
But because Drew didn't really tell anyone, some people kind of knew, like the close people knew.
Yeah.
But you didn't want to ruin it for them because otherwise you just got rumors going around and it ruins the excitement for the community as well, not just for the team and the players. Like the fact that they managed to bring an Organ as well is fantastic for NA as well. I mean, SSG has changed up a lot. I'm very excited to see them play because SSG was the very first war that I streamed ever. Halo got me in on that. Yeah. I didn't know. I didn't know anything. I had no idea what I was doing. So it was a 10v10. And Halo's like, do you want to stream our war? It's SSG versus One Hive. And I was like, oh my god, One Hive? I had no idea who SSG was at the time.
That is quality. That is brilliant. And but yeah, so like I think that's the thing though, because SSG have moved. They've gone they're still America, but they kind of moved South American with their sort of their lineup. So yeah, there is a gap in North America. So Chasmac came along, and I think that's brilliant. Yeah. I think it's really exciting. I think that'll be a really interesting team to watch.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do. And I mean, Volume 0, that's probably where the big chunk of the team comes from. They were doing amazing already in a lot of community leagues. They were one of the names up there alongside SSG, have Lost Metagaming. You had Train Station in there as well. So the fact that they've managed to bring an Organ is it's amazing for NA as well. So
yeah. So we've seen like new orgs coming in like Chasmac, coming from the Clash Royale scene. But we've lost a couple of big names, big teams. So we've lost the ATN org and the MCS org. But we've also lost some big players as well. And like TDH put a video out about like the game being a bit too spammy just now. What do you think? Do you think it is? Do you think that's a problem? What do you think?
I think it's very repetitive what it's been like. I mean, obviously, I don't have a Town Hall 14, but I watch a lot of 14 gameplay and I see how the community reacts to it a lot because obviously I'm the one streaming it and they want to see, like, even before Super Dragons came out, they didn't want Dragon Riders in Friendly Wars. Yeah. And now again, they don't want Super Dragons in the Friendly Wars. Like when we're doing them on stream, it's because it's kind of been repetitive since probably Town Hall 13. We had the Inferno Dragon spam, and then we had Dragon Riders, and now we have the Super Dragons. It's all air and dragon spam since Town Hall 13 now. And I think we did equal it out a little bit when the Dragon Riders got a little bit nerfed and the Inferno Dragon Riders, but now we got Super Dragons. It's like...
It was the weirdest thing to come out of a Christmas... I don't think anyone was expecting that with the Christmas update. It was like, oh, you know how like all year we've been trying to balance out air and ground and get rid of the Dragon Rider spam and all that. Here's they're beautiful, but here's some Super Dragons. Like they're the best looking troop in the game. But yeah,
they're great. And the thing was, I hadn't really used it too much because I unlock super minions a lot because I'm just farming at the moment to get my account leveled up. So I don't really play too much. Like when I'm in wars, I just it depends if I get lucky or not. A lot of the time I do. I get to dip a lot when I don't have my heroes up, or I just give it a go. But I unlocked Super Dragons for the first time during CWL, and they're so overpowered. I was worried in the beginning, like I didn't want to hit with them on stream when I had some left over or whatever. And I would just spam them in a farm war and you'd still get an easy 2 stars out of it without even thinking. You just place them just to get rid of them. And yeah, it's kind of crazy. I would say they're a bit strong. And especially the problem is not just that they're strong. I think it's just because we've had a lot of strong air troops since Town Hall 13 is probably what's making it a little bit less enjoyable. So it's not just one troop that's just a little bit too strong. It's just become the same thing over and over.
Yeah, it's definitely like, so when you stream a war, it's okay, like if you see like one super drag attack, then everyone goes, oh, super dragons. But actually there's only one super drag attack in a war. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. If you've got that night, because that's what people want to see. They want to see variety and creativity, and like yesterday in Entropy MCS War, MCS thrown in like double Skelly Donuts and Zaps and all this sort of stuff. But then also they lost, so it's like they threw in these creative hits, but they couldn't pull off those 3 stars, and that's what I think where the frustration comes for the pro players, where they put this variety in. But actually, there's a stronger troop that they can run out. And I'm not taking anything away from Entropy. Entropy used quite a lot of super drags, but they also, like, there was some real, like, sort of creativity. They had, like, super drags with super minion, clone CCs, and it's just, like, mad stuff going on. It was brilliant, so.
I mean, I don't know. It's just everyone expects the pro players to not use them, which kind of frustrates me because if they're up against somebody else that is using them, why make it harder for yourself just for the sake of it looking nice, if that makes sense. Like, if you can't beat them, join them. It sounds so horrible to say that, but why should the pro teams be the ones that have to, I mean, if it's banned for everyone in the leagues, a lot of leagues have been doing that. That makes sense. I agree, but it's tough. They're expected not to use them and do these nice Queen Charge Lalos, but then they're also expected to defend up against Super Dragons after they put all the effort in for these beautiful Lalos. So,
what about like the pro scene then, the esports scene? Losing ATN and losing MCS do not the players. In case someone's tuning in like panicking, but losing those orgs. Do you think that's a problem for the game, or do you think it's going to be okay?
I don't think so. I don't think it'll be a problem. I think they will find a new place to be sat, whether that's an org or a team themselves at the moment. They're both amazing players. Like, they both have really, really good players. So I think that's probably where the excitement still lies. What's going to happen with these 2 teams for the next season. So I don't think that will cause an issue. What I do like to see is because like a lot of the community, you do see a lot of it is still NA, and as we said, there's only SSG. You've got Chasmic Gaming in there now as well. I feel like there still needs to be a few more teams established in NA that haven't found their spot yet, which will be nice to see what happens. Maybe this season, next season.
Yeah, we didn't see much from SSG. Yeah, I think I'm getting some internet issues, but hopefully you're proper breaking up. But I think we're going to be okay. We're just going to keep going, guys. We're on to viewers' questions now. So there was some viewer questions earlier on. If you have any more viewers' questions, please throw them in, guys. And or anything that you want to know about, then check it within reason. But I've got a few written down here already. Okay, so we're going to start off with. This is kind of like a regular question now, Coco. Okay, I don't even know if Paul Blart's still here, but Paul Blart Mallcop, every week he's here, wants to know what your favourite type of cheese is. So, what is your favourite type of cheese?
Oh no, I'm going to disappoint him now. I'm not a huge fan of cheese.
What? I can't believe you didn't just lie, man.
No. No, I'm not a huge fan of cheese. So when I was young, I didn't really like it at all. My gran always said, when you have something 8 times, you'll like it. And I'm not. I kind of started to like it at some point, because when you put it on the pasta or whatever, you take a little bit like to nibble or whatever. Like, I do have cheese now, but when we had a whole selection of cheeses, like my parents do this quite a lot, like over Christmas or whenever family's over. I didn't feel well after I had it, so my tummy didn't like it. So I just haven't really experimented too much with it.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We'll say that it's not your fault. You're lactose intolerant or something. That's Paul will get angry. That's just.
I'm so sorry.
Could have just said Baby Bell or something. Do you know what I mean? But we'll say you're lactose intolerant. It'll be fine. Right, okay. We've got the other one here is I've got someone on Twitter asked, I didn't write down stupidly who it was that asked, it said, have you ever been tempted to turn pro? Now, I know that you don't have a 13, but so you don't have a 14, so you've got a 13.
Yeah.
But have you ever been tempted? Would you be, is that the aim?
That would be the aim, so that I can have a max town hall so I can play with everyone. I doubt that I would be as good. Because the fact that I'm trying to rush it all the way through, because obviously I don't have a lot of money to just spend on Just Clash, like, as you see on some YouTube videos. I wish.
That should be your first. That should be your first YouTube video. Just be like Max and Town Hall 14. And
I'm broke now.
Yeah.
That's the title. No, so I've got a 13. When I was 10, I must say that was probably my favorite one. We did Queso Cup, so I didn't upgrade my town hall specifically so we could play Queso Cup. Again, that was ceaseless, so it didn't go very well. But it was fun, and it kind of gave you a feel for it. So that was really cool. But yeah, that would be the end goal, just to be able to play with. We've managed to put a team together, Beyblades, which is amazing. It's half from stream, half from other teams that are part of my community, which is awesome. They're doing well. We got invited to a few tournaments as well now, which is really cool. I haven't won anything yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be awesome to be able to play with them, not just tell them when to war.
Yeah. But you're getting involved. It's good. You've got some.
Yeah.
So, I don't play the game enough to be good enough, if that makes sense.
Mm.
So, the times that I've played in not pro stuff, but competitive stuff, the pressure and they'll give you a plan, and I'm my name in Funfair Warfare's server is Pop the Blimp Early. Because that's what I double tapped the blimp, didn't I? So instead of the Grand Warden, the blimp put it down and then popped it immediately. I'm like, brilliant! What an absolute genius! So
it's okay.
And then you just feel like,
sometimes.
You're just like.
Sometimes instead of placing sneaky goblins, I just place all my haste. I can't even farm properly, so it's okay.
Brilliant.
I think I just did that yesterday.
But I blame the iPad for that. That's what my iPad does as well. And the amount of times I select a spell and then unselect it. Yeah. And that's just pre-swag and stuff.
I for sure selected it. Yeah, I selected them for sure. No, I get it. I mean, I think the fact that I'm trying to rush so far through and I'm farming all the time instead of like playing friendly wars or whatever. And when we do farm wars, that's what, 1 hit, 2 hits. So there's a lot of time that you kind of lose in between each town hall to learn the troops and how to use them and experiment with them.
Yeah.
Whereas everybody that is probably maxed now, they've kind of gone through every single town hall, maxed it, and been stopped there at max, waiting for the next update. Whereas other people like me, I'm just farming all the way through just to rush to get that one account up. So it's a bit different. You lose out a little bit. So when we get max, then I got to learn how to actually be good at the game. Then
yeah, it's like one step at a time. Yeah, that makes total sense.
One step.
Camo says that Beyblade's pretty cracked, and Papa Reload says Beyblade's going to Worlds next year. Is that the aim? That the aim get to Worlds?
The problem is if we've got Team on there, we got Halo on there. We got Cam as well. You know, we got Jack, Polar Bear, 12. They play for other teams. So I'm sure that Halo won't be playing for Beyblade. He'll be playing for Lost Man. I'm sure Tim will be playing for Penta and not for Beyblade. So, I mean, if we can put a team together, if that's what they want to do, you know, just for fun, those that aren't doing it. But yeah, a lot of the teams, they already have, a lot of the players, they have their own teams, and then they play with us for fun. So.
Cool. That makes sense. So the speaking German thing, how did that come up? You're like so I pretend that I'm good at German. I say like 3 sentences or something. Like you used to. I remember tuning into your streams. Maybe not as much now, but definitely in the past, you were streaming in German and English, and and switching between them easily. How did that come about? How did you get so good at German?
So I lived in Switzerland for 10 years. So I was born in England. I've moved around quite a bit. So I went to Greece for a year because I'm half Greek. That didn't work out. So we came back to England. Then we went to Switzerland for 10 years, and now we're back.
Wow,
so I picked up on German whilst I was living there.
You speak French as well then? Because Switzerland's it's a bit of both, isn't it? Or
it depends where you're at.
Side?
Yeah, I was on the German-speaking side, but you still have it at school. So I love to claim that I'm 4% fluent in French. Duolingo said so. But yeah, I only had it at school.
Well, like I say, I can say 3 sentences in German. And I tend to shout them. And it's good. Guys, does anyone else have any questions for Coco? Has anyone got anything that they want to know? I say anything. Like, I mean, there's probably some things that, like, not getting bank details or anything. She barely knows English, says Papa Reload. Reload, welcome to the stream, man. It's pure abuse.
Rude. So rude.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I've missed further up. I don't think there is. Who's your favourite creator and why is it CARBONFIN?
Favorite creator. Does that mean I gotta pick one that we did a COCO wall with?
No. Okay. You said you weren't on Twitch very much, but whose streams do you find yourself watching quite a lot of, or whose YouTube videos do you watch?
Well, okay, I'm not as much on YouTube as I am on Twitch. That's kind of another reason why probably it's taken me so long to get mine started, because I myself I'm not on YouTube that much. I'm like subscribed to a few people, but the main reason why I'm on YouTube at the moment is trying to figure out stuff like for my setup, trying to like compare different things. I mean, I was originally on Twitch. What started all was because obviously my brother was on Twitch, and there was this one friend of his, he was streaming, and my brother was into Fortnite back then, and I just wanted to play with him. So I had the PlayStation, and we were playing these Simon Says and Creators game, and that's how I had Twitch, because he was streaming it at the same time. That's why I had Twitch. I just wanted to play.
Fortnite's awesome. Well, maybe not anymore, but it was good.
No, I don't. I just played it to play with him.
I can't believe once again there was an easy answer there when CarbonFin asked who's your favorite creator and why is it CarbonFin, and you didn't go for the answer of CarbonFin.
I was trying to say maybe I'll pick him if we do a COCO one. That's what I was trying to get at.
That's the answer. Brilliant. I love it.
I'm hoping you pick that up in that whole thing. No, it depends what schedule I'm on right now. Because I'm in the UK, but I'm not on a UK schedule. Like I might as well move to the States at this point. It's like I used to watch a lot of like Bluebird. Prime used to be live late Californian time, but I used to wake up and watch that. But I'm sleeping now, so it changes depending on what schedule I'm on.
Prime and Camo streams are it's like an alarm clock for me. When I get up, I'm like, oh, Prime's live, brilliant.
Yeah, that's what mine used to be like. Yeah. I used to miss cams completely because he used to go live 5 a.m. then right into probably like Prime or someone around that time, and then Prime would still be live. So that's kind of where I used to be. I quickly shut the creator clock. I keep rotating through them because I don't have one yet.
Archer said, when are you going to be a full-time streamer? Is that the plan, or is that...
that's the dream, isn't it?
It's everyone's, isn't it?
Isn't it? No, at the moment, like, I wouldn't, like... I'm still the very beginning of, like, my career from, like, work-wise from university. Like, I coach at the moment. So that doesn't get me a lot of money. So the fact that I can do stream and this gets me extra pocket money in from this as well, like it's amazing. It supports me a lot to still not have to be grinding some of these like late night shifts to be able to, pay like the basic bills off. But as soon as, you could be able to make a comfortable earning from this, my goodness, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Because just streaming its own, it's very... I would say a bit unreliable. 1 month you could have a really good month. Next month you'll only get half of what you had the month before.
Yeah.
That's probably what would make me too nervous doing it full time.
Yeah, that's probably where the YouTube side of it comes in. I feel when Eric was on, he was sort of talking about he streamed to make content for YouTube. That's how he described it. That was sort of his motivation for why he loved interaction and all that, but he didn't think it could ever earn him money. And if that's Eric saying that, then that gives you a good idea of where we are, and you're much further ahead than me, and that's it.
It depends what you look at. You've got YouTube videos up, Mike. I don't.
I'm not even monetized on YouTube. Eric streams so Archer has something to do with true CarbonFin. Very true.
That's true. But then when Eric streams and other people stream, for some reason Archer's always in everybody else's stream.
Archer's in mine all the time as well, and then I'm like, oh, he's modding. And it's like he's one of these like proper has all the tabs open. Well, I like those sort of people. What else have we got? There was another good one here. What do you like to do outside of what are your interests outside of Clash? Outside of streaming and outside of Clash. It's from Harvey.
As in like hobbies? I mean, it's kind of sounds very sad. Since COVID, I haven't really been up to much. Because I moved as well, so I moved back to England, and I was in a small university group, and for my final year, I went somewhere else as well. You kind of didn't get a chance to meet people as much. So my whole life's online right at the moment. I mean, I used to play guitar. I don't do it as much. They're over there. We finally managed to get them out of the garage. But yeah, I mean, I'm either coaching or I'm streaming or I'm playing games at the moment. That's kind of where we're at. So yeah.
That's the next question that people have now said. They're like, guitar stream?
I'm not that good. I got one as a Christmas present a few years ago. Probably 5 years ago? and I loved it, so I bought myself another one. But I just taught myself, really, so I'm not that good. I wish.
Gaming Gold Geezer's asking, please explain why UK food is so terrible. There's a couple of things with that Gaming Gold Geezer. I'm not sure it is terrible. And also, why is Coco responsible for all of the UK's food? What? Look.
I wonder who is feeding him the terrible food, since we do have so many good food here. So much good food. Lost English there for a second.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we mainly rob it from other nations, but, you know, it's good robbed food. It's the way forward.
Don't even start, everyone. What's the better takeaway? Chinese food or Indian food? That's like the whole debate over here.
Yeah, what is yours? What would you go for?
I'd probably go for Chinese.
Yeah, Chinese is mine as well, definitely.
I love prawn crackers.
That's not my reasoning.
No, I love prawn crackers so much.
Just go to Tesco's and get them. Like,
it's not the same though. You get it with the egg fried rice, spring rolls.
Ah, okay, yeah. Right, you're bringing the extra stuff in. I like that.
Oh god.
Harvey says nothing beats a Sunday roast or fish and chips.
Oh, we had a Sunday dinner yesterday. Oh my god, Yorkshire pudding. You have to make homemade Yorkshire pudding though.
Yeah,
way different.
The big ones that are like the size of the plate.
Yeah, so we make Yorkshire pudding in like it's not a cake tin, but it's like this size. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
But they gross. They like blow up basically. So good. So you have like one huge Yorkshire pudding, and then we always cut it.
And you chuck everything in it, yeah? You put like the roast inside it and the gravy. Brilliant.
Always gotta have the gravy in there.
You know what? There's more Chinese. People are writing Chinese a lot more. In fact, I've not seen anyone say Indian yet, so we're definitely a Chinese food audience. I was about to say Chinese audience. I was like,
Indian food is great, don't get me wrong. It's so good as well. But prawn crackers, egg fried rice, spring rolls.
Halo play thrown in Hershey's Kisses. Halo, that's not Chinese. That's a chocolate, and also British chocolate's better than American chocolate. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is.
He's tried both of them.
Coco McKenna's wrote, "Stop with the food topics. I'm trying to lose my muffin." Deutsche Donnerstag.
That's because we tried to introduce. I'm not as religious with it, but we tried to do German Thursdays. Usually turns out to be like 70% English.
Right, okay.
But that's supposed to be the German stream day.
So that's what Tim did say that earlier on, Deutsche Donnerstag, yeah.
Yeah, Oh, the microphone once Coco posts.
Oh, Carbon, don't be like that, man.
Wow.
That's rude.
Carbon doesn't even have faith in my YouTube view. Maybe I'll shoot you a DM, Carbon, when we do get it up and running, so you could even be on it.
It needs to be a CARBONFIN COCO war for your first YouTube video.
Well, we've actually got something in the making. Ghost actually built a base, which we'll be using for the video that I have planned. I'm just gonna figure out how to actually put it all together now. Halo is I'm so sorry. I've got Halo's holding it on 2 different accounts ready to do this for like weeks now.
Has it been like 2 years in the making? Yeah.
No, well, the video, this one's been in the making. I was trying to get it done for Christmas, but then over Christmas it just got so busy. Like my sister came over, and unfortunately she brought COVID in with her, so my brother and her had COVID, so everyone's kind of been like
nightmare
boxed in. So it's just we pushed that back. But yeah, Halo's been holding on to the base for maybe 3 weeks now.
Happy days.
So if he runs out of bases, it's my fault.
Have you already have you got the YouTube channel made already?
It's already open.
Yeah,
I mean,
it exists there.
It exists. There's nothing on it.
That's fine, but we can still. Don't worry. My massive influence. I'll link it in this video when it goes on YouTube. People can just click on it, and then they can go to your channel, sub there, sorted. and then you'll gain at least one subscriber there. That'll be amazing.
I feel like Lex right now when he was plugging use code LexNos on his on the wall that Chas McCall. I feel like him right now.
That's fine. It'll be good. And CarbonFin, he could help out as well. I'm now just smack talking people. It's a really weird
come on here more often. I need to come on here more often. Maybe we can do like a whole thing. Maybe Itza will stop by, and then Mac will throw him in the deep end, and he'll have to feel like he has to do something.
Yeah, definitely. What?
Oh God, I love it.
Gaming Go Geezer, thank you, man. You did not need to do that. My two favourite UK streamers. I'm not sharing any of that with Coco though, but just to be clear.
That's okay. That's all yours. That's a thank you. Thank you for YouTube,
thank you, man.
shout out.
I'm just hearing excuses. I have to take that steps as CarbonFin, man.
Okay, so that means we're gonna have the video out by my birthday, and Carbon's gonna be featured on it. That's the deal. That means incredible. The Mac report. By the way, note this, Carbon, it's on a Monday, 8 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. Eastern is when Mac does his Mac reports. That's when we'll see you. First Monday in February.
What we'll do, Carbon, we'll talk about what we thought of Coco's first video on YouTube. And we'll see how amazing it is. That's what we can do. That'll be perfect. No?
Didn't I just say, there's so much pressure involved?
That's not pressure. It's just a couple of people talking.
Just stopped it.
We'll play it. I'll have it between us on a wee video. We'll play it. We'll pause it. We'll do a react video. That's what we'll do. Reacting to Coco's first video. Perfect. This has got legs. I'm telling you, this is a great idea. I mean, your face is telling me it's not, but I think it's good. So.
Oh my God.
Will we ever talk about Karma's first ever YouTube video? Ooh.
Oh, that's a good one.
We could react to that right now. No.
Oh my God, we could.
We could do, but I don't have it set up, but that would be great fun.
Yeah, that would be great. That would actually be really interesting to be able to compare the first one and the most recent one.
Oh, my first video is terrible. So I'd have to probably look at what my first video was literally me sort of pressing record on the screen and talking in a really deep voice and not even sure what I was doing. But then my first proper, I put some effort into this video. It's still terrible. So good luck with that, Coco. It's great. Yours will be 1,000 times better than my first video, and definitely. Why did I say that? And 1,000 times better than CarbonFin's first video. Sorry, CarbonFin. I don't know why I said that.
I don't even know what it was.
I don't even know. I've never seen it. It's
okay. Well, my streams come far enough. We used to stream out of the garage because we were renovating the house, so they can't get that bad.
I'll pull it up right now, man. Will we do it? Right,
okay, let's go.
It's fine. He's like, you haven't even seen it. You're right. You're right, CarbonFin. I need to fix this. I need to right this wrong. Oh, it's the feet video.
Wait, what? You're joking? I thought that was a joke.
I just thought you were joking when you said that.
There is no way.
I think I have seen this before. I don't think I realised this was your first ever video, Carbon. It's just music. It's just music. It is just music. You've always had the music, CarbonFin, man. But Carbon, so now you've got the second camera angle coming in, so we'd actually see your feet. Because at the moment, it's just you pretending to use your feet, and it's actually your mate tapping the screen, yeah?
That was back. You shake screen still on too.
Yeah.
I want to see this Lala. I want to see the multiple finger deployment. Let's see if he does that.
He said I didn't want to show my feet because I thought it was against terms of service. That's fair enough, man. Mate, this is a brilliant first video. There's 1,000 times, yeah. So good. I love the green screen as well, man.
Nice Lalo. Didn't you? There's a sweeper there. Sweeper.
Don't buy a used iPad from Carbon.
Oh my god.
When you first started using greens, that makes total sense as well. Loads of people do that when they start, don't they? Because, well, it means you can put it anywhere. You can have mess behind you. Did you miss the town hall?
I feel like this is the longest hit ever.
We skip forward a bit.
Oh god.
Oh, did he get it? Oh, this has got. I've totally derailed this entire interview. The minions got it. Sorry, the pups, sorry.
Looks like Carbon's hosting a new tournament then. We know who can play best with their hands. Who's the best feet?
Feet only tourney with
that's
foot
not
cam.
Fair though. That's not fair though with those that don't have an iPad. Tournament.
Tournament. Mystery is the best with the puns. I was challenged on the live stream. That was your first. Carmen, I think we've created a whole new way of playing the game. That's what needs to happen now. We've decided. You heard it here first, people.
I heard it here first.
CARBONFIN, it's sponsored by Razer. The new Carbon. In fact, maybe that's the next Carbon COCO War. Yeah.
Oh.
Feet only.
Best YouTube video.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to do it. Maybe this is what kickstarts everybody's career on YouTube.
Kickstarts.
Maybe
I don't think we even meant to do that. That's brilliant. Kickstarted your YouTube career with a foot first.
Oh god.
Yeah. Attacking with your feet is way easier than your nose. Trust me, I've tried it. Fair. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Especially my nose, man.
Make sure you just, you don't attack blindfolded. We've seen some bad things that came out of that.
I think it was not just that it was an attack with your feet. It was, it was attack with it was a Lalo with feet. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like super drags.
Impressive.
Yeah, I know they had super drags, but do you know what I mean? It wasn't a big spam thing. It's brilliant. Right, CARBONFIN has totally derailed this. He's going to try and sell me now. I've been on a Mac report already. I don't know what you're talking about. That's what he's going to try and say. I
didn't see his face on the screen. It didn't count.
Yeah, exactly. You can't zoom in with your nose. You can zoom. Okay. I like it. Ear. This would be another one as well. Potential one. Playing with the ear. Anyway, right, we've gone totally off topic. Coco, thank you so much for coming on. It's been awesome.
No worries. Thank you so much for having me. It was fun.
It's just absolute carnage, absolute chaos. It's been great. So, brilliant. Totally derailed it. Totally queen. Yeah, D.
Don't. Right. Oh my god.
Keep the foot puns coming in. It's quality. I like it. I provide the content even if I'm not even on, says CARBONFIN. It's quality. Coco, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe to Coco's new channel. Link in the description below. Bye! See, then you wave as well. Okay, yeah. Missed the cue, Coco. Come on. For YouTube, you were so delayed.
Okay, I'm new to all this, man.
Like, so new to the
I've never
YouTube
done an outro.